Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the CHOFETZ CHAIM, where he is cautioning a person to be very careful. That if you say something that can be construed as negative about the person you're speaking about, even though that perhaps if you would say the same thing about somebody else, it would be praiseworthy, nevertheless, you have to know who the subject of your discussion is, and if what you're saying is putting him down, for example, someone that should be learning 12 hours a day is only learning 3 hours a day, someone that has means to give a lot of tzedakah and only gives a minimal amount of tzedakah like a regular average person, so even though that for the average person it's praiseworthy, but for the person who we expect more, it's really denigrating and it's lashon hara. And therefore says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, V'hi zahir achi, be careful my brother, shal yata oischa yetzer loymar, don't let the yetzer hara trick you and convince you of the following argument. Halei amru Chazal teach us, Kol mada Allah sani lachavra chaloi sa'avid. Chazal said, what's the whole purpose of the Torah? What's the whole message behind the Torah? And that is, whatever is hateful to you, don't do it to your friend. Well, that's pretty obvious. If it's going to bother, if something that people would say about you would bother you, you shouldn't say it about your friend. If so, the way that people would treat you would be bothersome and hurtful to you, don't do that to your friend. However, comes the Yetzar says, V'sita loymar. You might make a mistake and think like this. Ma amarti alav. I spoke about this person. The guy was in Klal and he should really be learning 12 hours a day. And I said he's only learning 3 hours a day. Ma amarti alav. What did I say so terrible about him? He only learns Torah 3 or 4 hours a day. What's so bad about that? I have no obligation to love him any more than myself. I wish that people would say about me, I wish people would say that I learn 3 or 4 hours a day. I'm such a busy person. I'm making so much money. I'm busy with Klal, so I'm busy with all these things. I have about 20 minutes in the morning to learn, about 20 minutes in the afternoon, 20 minutes at night. I'm lucky if I get a full hour. There's people that are saying he learns 3 to 4 hours a day. That would be amazing. So I would find that very generous and praiseworthy if people said it about me. So why suddenly is it lashon hara if I say it about somebody else? Says the Gemara, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, so too in other areas. Like we said, if I say about a person who has a lot of money that he only gives a low level of tzedakah, and I say to myself, I wish people would say that I give that much tzedakah. And this person who's got all the money in the world, he has a very sparse Shabbos table. He has a little bit here and a little bit there, and I say, halavai, I wish people would say that I have such a nice Shabbos table. Aval bi emes zehu ta'os. The truth is, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, this is a big mistake. And that is the Kavanas HaGemara. When the Gemara says, Kol madi Allah sani, whatever is hateful to you, don't do to your friend. Hainu, that means, im hayisa b'madrigasai, hayadav zeh sanu lecha. If you would be on his level, then what is being said right now is going to be something that is disrupting and disturbing and hateful to you. And that really depends upon the person that you're speaking about. The time and the place. If according to the person and the place and the time and the like, it's a ganai, it is something that is offensive. Bavadai lashon hara, certainly that's lashon hara minadin. According to the letter of the law, you're saying lashon hara. So even though that you yourself wouldn't mind if somebody said that about you, but that's not what Chazal is saying. Chazal is saying, if you would be this person, so would that be something that is hateful or disgraceful or hurtful to you, what the person is saying? And if you could see yourself as that person and you would realize the guy's learning a Klal and all they're saying about him, all I'm saying about him is he learns 3 or 4 hours a day, that's a disgrace, it's a chil Hashem. The guy's a gevir, he's the world's wealthy man over here, and all that he does is gives a small amount when you have all these crowdfundings. So like everybody else giving $36, he's giving $36. A person of his means should be giving no less than 180. So therefore that is disgraceful to him. So you can't say that. And so on and so forth. In all these cases, says the CHOFETZ CHAIM, you don't think about yourself, You think about what's his madriga, what's his level, and if the words that you're saying is lashon hara or a praise. If it's lashon hara because it's putting him down, you're not allowed to say a word in those inyanim, in those areas. Have a wonderful day.